Yep, pretty much like the title suggests, the end of an era. So you got PA predator catchers, you got now Colorado Pet Patrol, and I think last week you got Courtney Elizabeth as well. All of their channels got demonetized. And to be honest, this shouldn't really should surprise anyone. Last week, I think like 2 weeks ago, I wound up doing a video on OBL Nation. His channel got nuked. Now, a lot of them are talking about going to locals. You know, you want to sit there and support them, go to locals. It's pretty much like their version of Patreon. Now, with Courtney Elizabeth, this really sucks. I don't know what happened to her Ko-Fi, but her Patreon got nuked. At one point, her membership thing got nuked or whatever. But now her whole channel just got demonetized. So she is royally screwed. Now, a lot of them also got channels on Rumble. And one of the questions, well, not really one of the questions, I guess, or whatever, but being a catcher is risky business. It's risky business. Now, let's be honest, when you do these channels, there's always a good chance of your channel just being gone. Doesn't matter if they follow new guidelines or not, your channel's going to be dusted. It's going to be dusted regardless. Now, there's a lot of people that kept whining and complaining for people that supported OBL Nation. Why isn't anything happening to Pet Patrol? This, that, and the third. It's not fair. Da, 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 da. And I remember somebody was complaining about that in my comments on one of my last videos. And I was like, you know what? It's luck of the draw. And this week, Colorado Pet Patrol, Tommy, he got demonetized. Now, he's going to reapply in like 30 days, sit there and be monetized again. But I'm like, bro, what's the point? Like, seriously, what is really the point? What you were doing before, you didn't change it. So there's a good chance that you being demonetized again. It is what it is. And granted, I know this is going to sound like a dick. And I don't like saying this because I don't like anyone actually losing their source of income. 1 second. But you are violating TOS. So why should YouTube reward you for constantly going against TOS? And that's for all of their channels. Now again, don't get it twisted. Before anyone starts saying you're a better protector, you're a bad yourself. I understand that these operations is a lot of money. You know, Skeeter, he rents out these rooms, these B&B rooms and stuff like that. A lot of these people spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of everything. And they should be rewarded and they should be compensated for what they do. But you're on a platform that you are knowingly going against TOS. And so when you get punished for it, you're standing there like, man, I can't believe that my channel got demonetized. I mean, this is just so unfair. I don't understand what's going on. And, you know, this is just not right. But if you could please support me, it's like, boo, you knew exactly what you were doing. All of y'all knew what y'all were doing when y'all made these channels. Okay? So this isn't anything new. Now, apparently, I guess you can get monetized on Rumble. So I know Rumble isn't a popular site, but if you're a supporter of those channels, definitely go and check them out on there. As far as YouTube is concerned, like I said, it's the end of an era. And that doesn't just go for those channels, that goes for prank channels in general. Because technically to YouTube, they all fall under the same guidelines as far as bullying and harassing. And yeah, we can sit there and look at it and we know that they're not harassing someone, but to YouTube, you know, it's a different ballgame. And I always have to sit there and say, now I feel like I have to say this because I always get these comments talking about YouTube is protecting pedos and YouTube is nothing but groomers and this, that, and the third. And I said this in my last video with PP Toronto when somebody was like, YouTube is protecting pedos. I'm like, well, if that's the case, then delete your account. I don't understand how people want to sit there and constantly demonize YouTube and saying that they're this and that they're that. And yet, you have an account. You just watched one of my videos, and I'm pretty sure, unless you have ad blocker, you watched a video. So I mean, you watch a commercial. If you watch a commercial, guess what? YouTube gets paid. You make a comment, it shows engagement. So if you really dislike YouTube that much and you think that they're the monsters and stuff like that, then guess what? You're the monster supporters. So it doesn't really make you that much better in general. I have to sit there and say that. And granted, this isn't for everyone that watches my videos or anything like that, but this is for people that want to sit there and constantly dump on YouTube, calling them all sorts of names, and yet you still have an account. You know? If that's the case, delete your account, get a Rumble account. You can sit there and follow all your catches over there. Until eventually the same thing winds up happening. There was a point where YouTube used to sit there and just put up stuff and whatever, and it was that big of a deal. But then money came involved because sites don't run off of love and things of that nature. So have to have money. They want to sit there and be an operation of business. They don't want to sit there and get lawsuits and things of that nature. So they got to comply with certain rules. That's just the bottom line. And you don't have to like it. There's times that I don't like it. But it's their site and they can sit there and run it how they see fit. And if you don't like it, leave. Now, there's people always out there and say, well, you can do it on Twitch, you can do it on Instagram, and yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All it takes is one person flagging a video, one lawyer sitting there threatening to sue, and the whole video is just getting done so. So yeah, first of many, end of an era, whatever you want to sit there and call it. Maybe it's the end of an era on one platform and the beginning of an era on another. All three of them got channels on Rumble that I just talked about. Or four. Because OBL Nation, he's still doing videos. People versus Pred, he's still doing videos. They're all still doing videos. The money just isn't coming in the same. Yeah, there's going to be some people that's going to support them. But they're not getting the same amount of money that they did on YouTube. So if you don't see them catch people as much, because they still gotta make a living. They still gotta pay bills and stuff. So it's I feel like it's the beginning of an era for a lot of people. It's a risky business in general. There's I don't really know what else to sit there and say in this video. But yeah, all three of those channels that I just mentioned got demonetized, and of course, OBL Nation's channel got obliterated. I felt like it was necessary to say that. I know in reality, listen, I might have had issues with certain things that he did, but it does kind of suck that he lost his channel. Because when he came back, his videos was a lot more tamer, and it did remind me of how I used to be when I really started liking his channel. Back when there was like so many different branches of predator poachers, and his was the channel that I really did watch the most. But times changed and yada yada yada, and here we are now. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.